So 1 goal for, 3 goals against for Rhode Island. And here come the Duke Blue Devils. 8 goals for, just 2 against so far for Duke. They went out to California, got a win 3-1 at Southern Cal, and then tied UCLA in that game. Jocelyn Travers got a red card, so she did not play against FIU, where all 4 goals were scored in the first half, but Travers is back out there in the starting lineup. So Travers wears number 4, and you'll see here at the left back position. But if you watch Kieran Hall's teams play, they bring everybody forward. Even Roller will make a run at times. Murauri has it taken away, the freshman from Japan. And now King will roll it back to Molly Vapensky, who has started every game so far, the sophomore from the Fusion Academy from Evanston, Illinois. Here's Roller. Duke, number 2 in the country, and the good thing about what Kieran Hall is doing here to start the season is he has got quite a few players in and been really good. Phoebe Courtwright played 90 minutes yesterday and was outstanding. Now Travers comes back in there, but I do expect to see Courtwright. There's Travers dropping it over to Katie Shea Collins. Great speed. Katie Shea Collins drops it back over, and the first save of the day coming for Eden. Kira Samalonis wearing number 4, and then Ida Name wearing number 5 for Rhode Island. As this will go out of bounds right in front of the Duke bench. Quick throw in coming from Lexi Coughlin, the sophomore. Back over to Natalie Chudowski, the freshman from Westport, Connecticut. King to Travers. Now Chudowski. Chudowski. Brilliant ball to Oder. Oder cuts inside. That touch gets away from her. Good hustle from Rhode Island. Say hello to, speaking of UConn ties, Megan Jesse played at UConn. Dan Donegan tuning in. Dan Donegan now working for U.S. Soccer. Tremendous player at UConn. Longtime coach in the college game, then getting it done in the youth. And U.S. Soccer came knocking. Good to have Dan Donegan and everybody tuning in here to ACC Network Extra for women's soccer. Number 2 team in the country, Duke, taking on the Rams from Rhode Island. Cut back inside coming from Lexi Coughlin. And just a bit too strong for Avery Oder. Oder, who last year played quite a bit on the left wing, this year has been playing primarily at the right wing, but she can play on both sides, right wing, left wing. Good player, can even drop in the middle a little bit as well. Karina Laguerre moved on, Devin Lynch moved on, but reinforcements in a freshman sensation in Natalie Chudowski, and then 2 big-time transfers. Sam Courtwright coming over from Texas Tech wearing 17, and Katie Shea Collins coming over from South Carolina wearing number 18. And then you've got the Japanese sensation as well out there for the Duke Blue Devils wearing number 23, Yuna Marowi. Again, too long for Avery Oder. Duke likes to strike early. FIU, Matt Dunn, their top coach, said their biggest thing is to not let them score in the first 15, and before they got to the 10-minute mark, they were down 2-0 already. Sam Courtwright. Knocked out of bounds. Will be a throw in for Duke. Just so much talent out there. And then like I said, this new midfield, really, really good. Coughlin back across and once again into the hands of Eden. Off the head of King. Pushed forward by Jacobs from Redondo Beach, California. Spent some time at Iowa State before arriving with the Rams at Rhode Island. Played over the top. Good chance here as it finds the head of Samalonis. Kira Samalonis. King. Now over to Roller. King. Give the Rams credit here. All things considered, the way Duke has been rolling along right off the start, including against Southern Cal. Now, yes, the UCLA game, even Kieran Hall said not up to the Duke standard, but they bounced right back with a really impressive showing against FIU. Avery Older here now. So many weapons for the Duke Blue Devils. Older stops in her tracks back over to Coughlin. Coughlin now plays it centrally to number 6, Natalie Chudowski. Chudowski now back to King. Duke returned 8 starters and welcomed the number 3 ranked transfer class nationally. Overall, Duke's recruiting class number 8 nationally. They started 3 and now they're 2, and they almost got a goal for Marawi, just a little bit off touch there. But good work there from Duke. They can pick up space so quick. Their combination play is electrifying. It is it's a wonder class in soccer to watch this Duke team. Give the Rams credit, though, because they've had a little bit of the ball here to start. The Rams 1-1-1, Duke 2-0-1 to start the 2026 campaign as we are at Freeman Field at Koskinen Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Duke and Rhode Island. Good trap. Now Roller will pop it long. Minestrella. Big time numbers for Minestrella. Already 3 goals on the season to give her 33 as she continues to climb the all-time goal scoring ladder. Minestrella heads it over to Oder. Good effort. Now Oder turns right into a little bit of trouble, and Oder avoids that going out of bounds. Nice work, though, from number 5, Ida Name. As Name, a senior from Massachusetts, Belchertown High School. Clock counting up right now. Wonderful touch there from number 18, Katie Shea Collins. Here's Older. Overlapping run coming from Marowi. First time touch. It'll be a corner kick coming for Duke. Corner kick Duke. Minestrella with 3 goals already. She had 18 last season and 12 in her sophomore year.
Number 23, Yuna Marui.
So Marui near post, and not the best corner kick for Duke that time, as it'll come back to the Rams. 10 minutes in, still no score. Duke right now in a stretch where they're playing 3 out of 4 games in Durham. The other contests will be at Old Dominion on the 27th. Over the past 5 years, Duke owns a record of 18-2-1 in the month of August. The Duke senior duo of Cameron Roller and Mia Oliaro were named captains for 2026. They'll go off the head of Travers. who did have to sit out the last game after getting a red card. Initially ruled a yellow. Now they've made the change where you have video review on cards, and they subsequently did change it to a red against UCLA, and it kind of put that game out, for lack of a better word. 1-1 was the final score. UCLA, a really good team, but a 3-1 win over former Duke player Jane Alaconis at USC. Headed by Travers to Minestrella. Rams, Courtney Poon, the senior from Canada, had it for a moment. Now Minestrella drops it back to Chudowski. Chudowski against FIU. Brilliant passing efficiency there. Wins balls in the air. He's got good size, presence. Already looks the part. And then you got those two transfers in there, as well as the Japanese sensation. Here's one of the transfers, Shea Collins. Shea Collins. Little step over, then that burst is something special. Minestrella's there, Marowi. Back over again. Chance to score, and they do it. The goal coming from Sam Courtwright. The Texas Tech transfers made it 1-0 Duke. So Sam Courtwright, who in 2023 played for former Duke superstar Tom Stone, had 5 goals and 8 assists. She redshirted in 24. Last year started all 20 games, had 4 goals and 7 assists. And now on the 2026 campaign as a member of Duke, she already has 2 goals and 2 assists.
Assisted by number 23,
Yuna Marui, a freshman from Japan, with the assist, gets her first point as a member of the Duke Blue Devils. Almost had a goal earlier, and now she'll go in the books with her first assist. She actually helped lead the Japanese U18 squad to the U18 Winter Girls National Championship and U18 Summer Girls National Championship titles back in 2022. So comes in with a big-time resume. 1-0 Duke on top. 12th minute the goal. So Rhode Island did survive the first 10 minutes, but 2 minutes past that, it's 1 for Duke, 0 for Rhode Island, and Duke looking for more. They scored 4 in the first half against FIU. Good extra effort by Courtwright, who just scored the goal to keep it alive. Now over to Travers. Now Chudowski. A little slip on it right there from Courtwright. So now Rhode Island taken right back, though, by Chudowski. Chudowski, side of her foot. Good pass to Courtwright. Courtwright's going to take a long-distance shot, not on target. A little bit of a heat check, and nods over to Avery Older, who was open on the right side. But I get it. You just scored, had the ball at your feet. Looking for a long-distance pop. Go ahead and take it. Not sure Kieran Hall will feel the same way about that shot. Kieran Hall assisted by Carla Overbeck, now in her 35th season at Duke. Hannah Gardner, another former Tar Heel, in her second season. Evan Gaffney, also in his second season. Their trainer's Mike Tremblay. Here's Roller. Back over to King. Cameron Roller, 5'11", captain. Chudowski with a pocket finds King. Then King checks it to Marowi. Played forward here to number 18, Shea Collins. Shea Collins earns a corner kick Duke.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 23, Yuna Marui.
So Marui over the ball again. Marui with the right foot, top of the 6. Minestrella over there. A little bit of a contact with Danny Eden. Sam Courtwright from Marui. 1-0 Duke on top of Rhode Island. 1-0, the number 2 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils. Rhode Island, they've come to play though. Lauren McDonald, the senior. Off the head of Rhode Island. Coughlin. Good work to just calm it down. Now Roller will play it back to Molly Vapensky, who has earned the job coming into the start of the season and stayed in there. Carolyn Dysart did get in to share the shutout against FIU as Kieran Hall went deep to his bench and gave a lot of the starters a ton of time off, and then ran with Goldthwait knowing that Travers was going to come back. Phoebe Goldthwait, I know I said it earlier, but well done, Phoebe. Katie Shea Collins denied there by Eden. Quality save. Duke has 4 left-footed players on this team. King and Travers on that left side, and then off the bench, Sophia Recupero. Really good left foot with power, and Sophia Nunez. The Blue Devils feature 10 former players right now on current NWSL rosters, as Hannah Bebars with Bay FC, Tess Bodie, actually I think just separated from Bay FC. We'll see where she lands. Michelle Cooper, Kansas City. Mary Long, also Kansas City. Her mom and dad own the team. Maggie Graham with Houston. Kat Rader also with Houston, as that one's going to roll out of bounds. Ella Haas with Racing Louisville. Ella Stevens with Boston Legacy. Karina Laguerre with Angel City. And Devin Lynch with Denver Summit. Duke also has 5 former players playing overseas. Duke actually owns 20 NWSL draft selections since the first draft in 2013. And now they don't even draft anymore, but they're finding big-time talent, including Laguerre, who was such a great player in the midfield. And now we're seeing Natalie Chodowski kind of help boss that midfield in there as a first-year player out of Westport, Connecticut. There's Chodowski from behind. Get it over to Marui. Now Travers. Back to King. Rui. Courtwright's got one. And it'll be a corner kick coming. Corner kick Duke. A good start for Courtwright. What a pickup. Already top drawer soccer team of the week after totaling a goal and 2 assists during the USC and UCLA games.
Taking the corner kick for
Joined Duke in January of 2026 and had the spring to adjust. Owns 8 U.S. soccer caps over her career, as she rooms with Katie Shea Collins, the 2 transfers. 18 minutes in, 1-0 Duke. And the Rams knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with Duke. No, it won't. My bad. There was a whistle, so it's going to come back. Nope, it will be a throw in, so had it right the first time. Here's Travers. Here comes Duke again. Taken away there by Rhode Island. Now Roller settles on it. Chudowski back to King, now Roller. They'll use Chudowski again. Now King. King wide to Travers. Travers. Marui. Marui. Big strike. They're looking for a handball there. It's going to go out of bounds to be a corner kick. You see Duke calling for a challenge as they believe it's a handball. So they're going to take a look at it. Nicole Green.
Previous action is under video review after a challenge.
So penalty kick coming for Duke. All right, so now that was interesting as Katie Shea Collins sprinted to the penalty spot.
After video review, the call on the field has been overturned and a penalty kick has been awarded to the Blue Devils.
So Katie Shea Collins will give it up to Mia Minestrella. She had a penalty kick against FIU. Minestrella, who's now at 33 goals. One more, she'll tie K.N. Gummersaw. Minestrella puts the ball down. 19-23 in. Minestrella steps back and then a couple steps to the side like she's kicking an extra point here. Hands on the hips. Minestrella runs up to the ball and finishes it. And Minestrella now with 34 goals wearing a Duke uniform. Ties her for 6th all-time. And it's Duke 2, Rhode Island 0 here at Freeman Field at Koskinen Stadium.
Duke goal scored by number 13, Mia Minestrella.
Minestrella continues to excel as she has 4 goals already in just 4 games for the Duke Blue Devils. 34 overall, giving her 6 all-time. And it's now 2-0 Duke. So Duke will build it out of the back. Make no mistake, Rhode Island, led by Megan Jesse, they did not come here to park the bus. They came to play. A little bit unlucky right there. Turnover, shot, and it's handled there by Vapensky. Hoping at some point to have the thrill of seeing Molly Merkel get into the game. Her father, Randy, played for the Carolina Railhawks, where I had the great honor of being their voice even as they switched to North Carolina FC for 19 years. Hopefully they'll come back. They're taking a little bit of a break right now with hopes to build a stadium downtown. So we say hello to Randy, and perhaps a little later we'll get Molly Merkel on the field. Here's Avery Oder. Oder now back over to Nika Jacobs. Roller has it knocked away. Of course, Randy, a former Maryland Terrapin. Roller back over to King. Sam Courtwright, the Texas Tech transfer, assisted by Una Marui in minute 12, and then Mia Minestrella from the penalty spot, now tied for 6th all-time in Duke history with 34 career goals. Travers Back to Marui. Now Chudowski. Chudowski under pressure and is taken down. Chudowski, the 5'7" freshman from Westport, Connecticut, and Staples High School. King. Travers back to Roller. In the pocket is Travers. Now Roller. King on the far side to Katie Shea Collins. Marui in front of her. Coughlin to Oder. Oder on the run. Can she first time it? She does. Minestrella. And it's in the hands of Eden. Danny Eden, the senior. Spent some time at Drexel. She's from Philly. Council Rock High School. The goalkeeper for the Rams. Off the head of Coughlin will be a throw in for the Rams. Getting in the game now, Anna.
Entering the game for the Rams, number 26, Anna Mayer.
Anna Mayer, the freshman from Frisco, Texas, and Wakeland High School. We'll also look and see if Lindsay Hines will get into the game from Allentown, New Jersey. She's got a brother, Chris, who's a senior at Stonehill and actually scored 16 seconds into their opener against Rhode Island on the men's side. Clock counting up here as they played 24 minutes and 25 seconds. Penske. Now Roller. Lexi Coughlin. Brilliant pass from Courtwright to Oder. Oder, as I said, can go inside. What a great weighted ball, but Eden will get it. Kieran Hall in his second season leading the Blue Devils. Replacing the legendary Robbie Church, who retired on his terms after establishing Duke as one of the preeminent powers in women's college soccer. King. Since 2011, Duke has made 5 appearances in the College Cup. Katie Shea Collins, yes! And it's 3-0 Duke.
Look up for Sandy Tower. You need your soccer ball.
Katie Shea Collins, the transfer from South Carolina, gets her 3rd goal of the season, her 26th goal overall. She had 23 with the Gamecocks. and now 26 goals and 9 assists for the former 2023 Tennessee Girls Soccer Player of the Year nominee. She had 23 goals and 8 assists for 54 points in 2 seasons for Shelley Smith at South Carolina, including 13 goals as a freshman and 10 as a sophomore. Katie Shea Collins has trained with the U20, U19, and U17 U.S. Youth National teams, and she is deceptively quick. Good shot there as well, and it's 3-0 Duke. Counting up here, 26-17 into this first half. This is a well-oiled machine. Collins. Drop that over to Travers, and King will bring it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Vapensky. Vapensky, in that Southern Cal game, that was her first ever collegiate start, as she beat out last year's starter, Caroline Dysart, and had a tremendous spring season. Rooms with Avery Oder. Good work here by the Rams. Coming from Lauren McDonald, the senior from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, North Catholic High School, taken back though by Duke. And here is Avery Oder. Oder squares it central to Chudowski. Getting ready to come in is Mia Oliaro, wearing number 15, as well as a couple other players down there, as it's picked up by Eden, the goalkeeper for the Rams. 27-30 in, and it's 3-0 Duke already. Riley McClanahan, the freshman from Edmond, Oklahoma, also looking to come in at the next opportunity. Limited pressure there from Kira Samalonis. Samalonis, a junior from Blackwood, New Jersey. Roller can send a long ball to Minestrella. Now Roller plays it perfectly. What a ball to Chudowski. Chudowski turns just a little bit behind Courtwright, who stops and gets it. Now Courtwright over to Oder. Avery Oder loves to attack. 1v1, and then pass. She does, looking for Minestrella. It'll be knocked out of bounds for a throw-in Duke, and that'll give 3 Duke players a chance to come on the field, including Mia Oliaro, Phoebe Goldthwait, and also Riley McClanahan.
Phoebe Goldthwait, number 11, Riley McClanahan, and number 15, Mia Oliaro.
So it's the first appearance of the year for Mia Oliaro, who started 20 games last year, had 2 goals and 12 assists. She had 8 goals and 13 assists on her first season for Duke. She spent the first year with the Tar Heels, where she had 1 goal and 1 assist in 20 games. Back in front again, as Duke was so close to making it 4-0.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 4, Jocelyn Travers.
Jocelyn Travers, again, had to sit out that FIU game. Corner sent in. Redirected. Travers, who started this. This is an outside back right here, dealing. I'm telling you, that's how good this Duke team is. It doesn't matter who the ball falls to. They all know what to do with it. Here's Oliaro. Oliaro again. Wearing the captain's armband. She does have a knee bandage, which might explain why this is her first appearance of the year. The Rams have been dangerous a couple times. Nicole Green, who had the middle for Duke's home opener on Thursday. Cameron Roller will head over to the sideline. So a little bit of blood on the head of the captain. So with that, coming into the game for the moment will be Sam Bodensteiner, the senior.
22, Sam Bodensteiner.
So Bodensteiner, who's seen plenty of action this year,
is number 24,
including started a couple games. So Bodensteiner into that center back spot where Roller was. Oliaro, good little nifty move inside. Back over to Chudowski. With Oliaro now returning to the Duke lineup. The rich get richer as she gets healthy and ready to go. Oliaro calling for it. Oliaro will get it. Oliaro. Drop down low. McClanahan. McClanahan. And Bodensteiner comes forward to do her job. Bodensteiner competed for the DA and ECNL at Eclipse Select SC. And the GA is Soccer's SC. Helped lead Soccer's SC to the Girls Academy National Finals in 2022. A 3-year starter as well on the basketball team in high school. And Bodensteiner on the ball now. Lexi Coughlin. Back over to Mia Oliaro. Now it's going to find McClanahan. And McClanahan will earn a corner kick. It'll be a corner kick Duke. As we say hello to Jackson Quarles and all the great people at soccer.com. McClanahan, by the way, big-time talent. Traveled to Portugal with the U.S. U19 national team in 2025. Set the Oklahoma 6A single-season goal-scoring record with 43 goals as a junior to go along with 15 assists. Two-time Oklahoma Girls Soccer Gatorade Player of the Year. With a 3-0 lead, it'll come back to Rhode Island. Those of you watching, I think you'll agree with me. You absolutely have to give Megan Jesse and the Rams a ton of credit for coming out and saying, you know what, we may not win this game, but we're gonna play. We are not going to bunker. We're going to see what we can do. And to be fair, they put a little bit of pressure on Vapensky a couple of times. They do have only one shot, and that was on goal. Duke with 12 shots, 7 on frame. Eden already with 4 saves. But Vapensky, my bad, has also got a save. This will fall to Chudowski. Chudowski. Katie Shea Collins, the give and go. What an engine, the turn. How about the way she ran out? Like she was going to take the penalty kick, was in a foot race with a Rhode Island player, and then you kind of felt like the handoff to Minestrella was going to happen, and it did. Cameron Roller now, actually no more blood, so she'll be able to come right back in for Bodensteiner. Concussion and blood protocols do allow for that interchange. Top of the 18, and Travers has a go. It'll lead to a corner kick. Mia Oliaro will take it.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 15, Mia Oliaro. Re-entering for the Blue Devils is number 7, Cameron Roller.
So Roller returns. Corner taken. Looking for Minestrella near stick. Travers sends it right back. Cleared again by the Rams. Now Megan Jesse will go to the bench. 2 players getting ready to check in down at the 4th officials table. Good crowd here to watch the Duke women. A true juggernaut. Mentioned those college cups. They went in '92, then they went in 2011, 2015, 2017, 2024, and again in 2025. They almost gave Robbie Church that storybook ending. But it's tough to beat one team 3 times in a row, and talking about the Tar Heels. And then Karen Hall gets them right back in to the College Cup. As coming into the game, number 22, Kelly House, a sophomore from Bristol, Virginia, transfer from Xavier. Coming out of the game, number 17, Nika Jacobs, the senior from Redondo Beach, California, and a transfer from Iowa State. Pretty sure Claire O'Neill has also got into the game, the sophomore from Southington, Connecticut. Dude, it's so beautiful to watch them on the attack. The distance apart from each other, the lines, near post, center, far post. Beautiful to watch. They got a 3-0 lead, looking for more. Minestrella always seems to be standing right there on the 6, ready to knock one in. Sent out Goldthwaite, brilliant in the last game against FIU. Went the entire distance for the first time in her career. Comes all the way through. Bodensteiner now back over to Mia Oliaro. And Oliaro about 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Oliaro. The Rams knocked out of bounds of a throw in right at the tip of the 18. So another sub coming in here now, and it is the daughter to Randy Merkel. It's Molly Merkel from Carroll Stream, Illinois, West Chicago Community High School. And what a delight to be able to call her father's games way back in the Carolina Railhawks days. Randy Merkel, as I mentioned, played for Sasho Swarovski and the Maryland Terrapins. And now his daughter, Molly Merkel. Full circle moment for me and probably Randy as well. 40 minutes in. Bodensteiner over to Roller. Roller to King. Little touch from Phoebe Courtwright. Gets away from her. One back, though, with class by Riley McClanahan. Multiple-time Oklahoma Player of the Year. We are in minute 41. It is 3-0 Duke with 14 shots, 7 on frame. Sam Courtwright, the Texas Tech transfer, got things going in minute 12. Mia Minestrella, after a video review, showed that was a handball, put it home from the penalty spot to now be ranked 6th all-time in goals in Duke history. And then Shea Collins, the transfer from South Carolina, with power, made it 3-0. McClanahan wins it over to Oliaro. Oliaro into space to McClanahan. And McClanahan earns a corner kick. Corner kick, Duke. Nope, no, gonna say not a corner kick. It'll be a goal kick. Popped long by Eden. Courtwright with a burst to win it. Shea Collins runs into this Rhode Island team that is, you know, look, it's 3-0, but they're not backing down. I like their way they're playing. Megan Jessie deserves some credit for taking on this game and then attacking this game. Yeah, they're down 3-0, unlucky for that penalty kick. Hard to stop Shea Collins when she gets that motor rolling. But Rhode Island has had a couple moments, believe it or not, in this game. Duke, though, is just so fun to watch. Here's Shea Collins on the spin, side of her foot. So much confidence out there. Here's another shot. It will be in the hands of Eden. So Eden now with her 5th save of the game. Natalie Chudowski, for me, has been so impressive that even on goal kicks off her head, when it doesn't find a Duke player, I'm almost befuddled because she's so good. I mean, they lost so much talent in the midfield and they plugged in all the right pieces, but it included the superstar from Japan and this freshman sensation, Natalie Chudowski. We're in minute 44. It's 3-0 as they look to find Oliaro. All the way back to King. Chudowski joined Duke in January of 2026, owns 8 caps with U.S. Soccer U17 squad while scoring 1 goal against Japan. A 2-time All-American selection and named the 2024 Connecticut
1 minute remaining.
High School Soccer Coach Association Player of the Year, 2-time All-American selection. Her sister Evelyn currently plays women's soccer at Cornell. Will be a junior in 2026. Her dad, Walter, played men's soccer at Columbia from 82 to 85. In high school, she earned the seal of biliteracy, served as an outreach coordinator for Carry Me Comfort, and participated in fundraising efforts benefiting the Hole in the Wall Game Camp through Push Against Cancer initiatives, and is a big-time piano player. What can't she do? And she's on it now. Chadowski. Travers. Roller stayed up top. And they tried to find Roller.
9, 8.
Final seconds
7,
counting down.
6,
The
5,
number 2 team in the country
3,
looking every
2,
bit the part.
1.
A goal from Sam Courtwright in minute 12. A goal from Mia Minestrella in minute 20. And a goal from Katie Shea Collins in minute 20. Even quicker than some people thought. So talk about an embarrassment of riches. This Duke team is loaded. And the number 2 team in the country. As the second half is underway with Duke leading Rhode Island by a score of 3-0 right here on ACC Network Extra. Coming up next for Duke, they'll be on the road at Old Dominion on the 27th for a 6 p.m. game, and then they'll be back here at Freeman Field at Koskinen Stadium on the August 30th to take on VCU. That game will be a 1 o'clock kick. They'll have Stanford at home on the 13th. Then they'll be at North Carolina at the 17th, Notre Dame at home on the 24th, and at Pitt on the 27th. That gets you through September. So Kieran Hall putting his stamp on this team, including more of an international approach, even as part of the starting lineups and the walkout, and now also with the clock counting up toward 90, which is just how they do it over in England where he's from. Always a pleasure to talk to Coach Hall. Minestrella with a little touch. Now Minestrella attacking. Katie Shea Collins. Katie Shea Collins. Oh my goodness. Katie Shea Collins. Katie Shea Collins, far post. Yes! Avery Oder is there, and it'll go in. I think Oder got a touch. It may have gone off a Rhode Island player, but Katie Shea Collins just powers through to get it over to Avery Oder. What an unbelievable player Katie Shea Collins is, and then Oder in the right spot. But Katie Shea Collins has done it again with the assist. We'll get confirmation on whether they give Oder the goal, but it's 4-0 just like that. 44 seconds into the second half. So they may be calling that an own goal, but make no mistake, Katie Shea Collins was all over that. I mean, just blows by people. And with that, it's now 4-0 Duke. Katie Shea Collins trained with the U20, U19, and U17 U.S. Youth National Team. She was an alternate for the 2024 U.S. U20 World Cup squad that traveled to Colombia. She ranks #1 in school history for most career goals, 106, and most points in a season, 44. Former Tennessee Girls Soccer Player of the Year. Minestrella now. Minestrella 5-0. And Minestrella has a brace. Minestrella has done it again and continues to climb up the Duke scoring ladder. So Mia Minestrella now with 5 goals on the season, 35 in her career. And as we take a look at the records, so now she is tied with Kester, who was here in 96 to 99. So she's now 5th and just 3 away from Kayla McCoy, who's still playing pro internationally. McCoy's at 38. Kelly Walbert has 47. And that is very much in reach at the pace that Minestrella is going with here, as she is now at 35. Wow. So now 5th in Duke history, and it's 5-0.
13, Mia Minestrella. Assisted by number 10, Avery Oder, and number 21,
So Minestrella,
Lexi
just so
Coughlin.
everybody's clear, she has done all of that goal scoring in 3 years, because her first year she only started 2 games and had 2 assists. And then the next year, look out, started 7 times but had 12 goals and 7 assists. Then Kieran Hall said, You're starting 18 goals and 5 assists. Katie Shea Collins trying to run it down. Katie Shea Collins, the junior from Tennessee and transfer from South Carolina. So it looks like they are going to give Avery Older the goal. So Katie Shea Collins now has a goal and an assist in this one. The other transfer, Courtwright, with a goal from Una, the Japanese sensation. Minestrella with 2. Avery Older with a goal. So they do give the goal to Avery Older right now on stat broadcast. Here's Katie Shea Collins, drops it over to Una. Rui takes a shot. She's been great as well, all anchored behind number 6, the holding mid, and a great back line. This team is just amazing. I mean, to be fair, it's interesting that Randy Merkel has a daughter on the team for Rhode Island, because when I think of big-time teams, Maryland, at one point back in the day, they would basically have 2 like starting 11s, and sometimes would make wholesale changes short of the goalkeeper. That's how much talent they had. And in the era of reduced roster sizes, this Duke team has some talent that we haven't even seen yet on their bench. That's how good they are. Avery Older. Marui. Back to Older. So remember, Cameron Roller took a little shot to the head, so I don't even think she's out there. Here's King over to Bodensteiner. So Roller with that knock to the head and a 5-0 lead. May get some rest here in this one. More goals are coming. Minestrella has it taken away by the Rams. So understandably, human nature could play a role, right? Down 5-0, but I think it's worth shouting out Megan Jesse again and the spirit of this Rhode Island team, because they took on this game. They came into a place that top-ranked teams have trouble winning here, and they said, you know what, we're going to play. And yes, it hasn't resulted in a fair scoreline at 5-0, but they've had a few moments where they were able to put some pressure on the Duke back line, and they've won a couple aerial battles. I like the spirit of this team. Hopefully you all agree that that's fair, but make no mistake, this is an absolute juggernaut for Duke. th minute, Sam Courtwright. 20th minute, Mia Minestrella. 27th minute, Katie Shea Collins. 47th minute, they're actually now ruling it a goal by the Duke team, so perhaps an own goal. So they haven't officially now, they've changed it. And then the 48th minute, Mia Minestrella with the brace. Here's Travers. Got a red card against UCLA. Initially viewed a yellow. They took a look at it, little jersey pulled, kind of got a little bit of the hair, and got the red, which meant she had to miss the last game, but right back out there. Katie Shea Collins plays it back to Travers and is picked up by Molly Vapensky. Bodensteiner in for Roller. King with a good ball to Marui. Now, Shea Collins. Shea Collins. Who wants to try to guard her? Number 18. Spinning players. Oh, my. Woo. Special player. The transfer from South Carolina. What a pickup along with Courtwright. Mention all those players that moved on to the NWSL, but this Duke team under Kieran Hall just reloads. Minute 53. Travers. Shea Collins is calling for it. Shea Collins. Great speed, but then the ability to create her own space and serve a good ball. Older, has got to hustle to try to get to it. Can't quite get there. Congratulations, by the way, as Duke fans will enjoy hearing this score. The Haas, Jeff Hostler's Michigan State Spartans with a 3-2 win in over UNC Chapel Hill. So the Spartans get the win. Travers trying to get to it. This is what I'm talking about. The spirit of this Rhode Island Rams team. Look, it didn't work out, but they're still making runs. They're still trying to attack when they can attack. And they're still playing with what I think is a ton of pride and ambition here. As Megan Jesse, the former UConn goalkeeper, may have something here down the road as they begin conference play. King. Over to Travers. What a great timed run by Minestrella. What a beautiful pass from Una Minestrella. Couldn't get enough heat on it to get it by Eden, as Eden makes her 6th save of the game. What a ball from Marui. King who won it. Rhode Island wins the second ball there, though, and gives it right back as Older drops it back. Unlucky there for the Rams. They're taken away here by the Rams, though. The Rams created their own space. Tremendous work, 1v1, and the shot right there coming from Lauren McDonald, the senior from North Catholic High School in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Tremendous run. Coming out of the game now for the Rams. AC Shannon. And coming into the game, Natalie White, number 18, the sophomore from Carlsbad, California. Got to believe she knows quite a few of these California gals that play for Duke. As Dia King is from California. Travers is from California. El Piper's from California. Sophia Nunez from California. Lexi Coughlin from California. Madison Foxhoven from California. Bianca Dominguez, Kaylee Kim, Caroline Dysart, all from California, part of Kieran Hall's roster here. King. Rui. No idea how she made that trap. Really well done. Travers. Far side run by Duke. Older, what a cut back in. Older now. Good pass. Kind of off the shin of Chudowski, but she runs it down. Sent in. Foul called against the Rams as we are 58 minutes into this one. 19 shots for Duke, 10 of them on frame. 5-0 Duke on top. Duke, the #2 team in the country. And another one as they celebrate here.
And when Duke scores, you soar. We'll get towards the press box. We've got miniature soccer balls heading your way.
Beautiful cross and an outstanding finish by the Duke Blue Devils. Are piling it on here. It's now 6-0. So they're calling that an own goal. So we think there's been 2 own goals as part of these 6, but it's just because the pressure that Duke supplies, relentless and always in motion. Left side, right side, down the middle. And here they go again. As Older drops it over to Courtwright. Courtwright.
Mia Minestrella, assisted by number 10, Avery.
So they're going to give Minestrella that goal now, and Avery Older will get the assist. So Minestrella initially called it a team goal. Now they're going to give it to Minestrella, and she's got 36 career goals. So Minestrella, as we check back on the Minestrella watch here, will now pass Kester and is just 2 shy of Kayla McCoy. And just 11 behind Kelly Walbert, who's the all-time leading goal scorer in Duke history. She is going to run her down. A hat trick for Minestrella, who scored from the penalty spot in minute 20, then scored again in the 47th, and then again in the 58th. Looks like Cameron Roller is going to come back into the game. She took a pretty good knock to the forehead. I wonder if, not sure if she needed stitches or not, but she's going to come back into the game. She's a baller. Travers. Simply stated, this is a collection of ballers. I mean, this is a complete team. And, you know, look, Molly Vapensky, the goalkeeper, will get challenged as they start ACC play. But she had a great spring, a great preseason, earned the job, and obviously is in good form. As last year was Caroline Dysart, so Phoebe Goldthwait going to come into the game,
the Rams, number 23.
along with Cameron Roller and Riley McClanahan. Meanwhile, coming in for Rhode Island is Megan Steinbach, the senior from Doylestown, PA.
And number 11, Riley
Coming out of the
McClanahan.
game, Sam Courtwright, number 17. King's also going to come out, as well as Minestrella with that hat trick. As we're in minute 61, and it's 6-0. Now, a a new rule for D1 women, not men. I want to talk about in a second, as Rhode Island continues to try to find opportunities. And then when Duke gets it back, and just in a flash, they're attacking the goal. But this is a new rule, folks, the mercy clock adjustment. In D1 women's matches, if a 5-goal lead exists in the final 15 minutes, the clock only stops for serious injuries or video reviews. So much like the 8-run rule in softball for 5 innings, there's now the 5-goal lead for the final 15 minutes, which we're still 30 minutes away from ending the game, but we're about 14 minutes away from that final 15. And it's at that number, 5-0. Perhaps there's a few people out there that weren't aware of that rule and learned a little bit here watching this unbelievable display here from the Duke women's soccer team. '63rd minute. Just looked up at what is almost a full moon shining down on this incredible display of soccer here by the Duke women's soccer team, number 2 in the country. And as I've said prior, looking every bit the part. So Roller back in, came on for King. So Bodensteiner gets to stay out there. Kaylee Kim will be the next Duke player that will find her way. Meanwhile, Megan Jesse not done bringing on players as well. Shea Collins. Shea Collins. I mean, she just goes by players like they're cones, like they're not even there. Just with power and speed and precision, great service, all of it. All right, so 3 new players coming in. Sophia Recupero. Of course, you know I'm a big fan of hers. Kaylee Kim coming in, number 27. And number 19, Sophia Nunez. Freshman.
For the Rams, number 20, Emily Morgan. Now entering for the Blue Devils, number 14, Sophia Recupero. Number 19, Sophia Nunez. And number 27, Kaylee Kim.
Phoebe Courtwright demonstrated her versatility in Duke's last game, starting out wide, then moving in the middle of the park. She's in the middle of the park right now. As she comes on, and Natalie Chudowski, the freshman sensation, will take a seat. It's 6-0. Minestrella with a hat trick. Recupero. Mentioned she's one of 4 players that is left-footed on this team, and it is a cannon when she can crank it. To be fair, she has a lot of the characteristics of Shea Collins. I think she's going to get it here. Let's see. Recupero's got it. Recupero runs it down. Sophia Recupero keeps it. Sent in. And cleared out. Throw in Duke. Recupero with the throw in. Travers. Goldthwaite. Now back to Roller. Roller. Good ball far side to Kim. And a little bit too deep. It's going to roll out of bounds as we're in minute 67. 21 shots for the Duke Blue Devils. Three shots for Rhode Island. Foul called against Duke. We'll come back to this Rams team. Hit long by Eden. Eden, to her credit, has 6 saves, or this one could be in double digits. And again, I go back to the fact that they continue to play like this. When they win it, they are attacking and they are still believing. Roller comes over to knock it out of bounds, does get the deflection. I promise you, I'm not trying to oversell Rhode Island. I'm just appreciating the fact that they came in here and they came to play. And these young women, big-time talents in the youth game, moving up to college. Rhode Island trying to make something happen, trying to find the top recruits, and here they go. They're attacking again here. Travers gets spun. Ball dropped in. Rhode Island could score. They do. Rhode Island will take it. It's 6-1, but go ahead and celebrate because you earned it. Spun a couple defenders, got a few players out of position, and the Rams rightfully celebrating as if they've won the World Cup, and they deserve it. During that break, Danny Eden came over to talk to Megan Jesse, the former goalkeeper at Connecticut. She's in her 10th season leading the Rams. So Emily Morgan with the goal for Rhode Island. Megan Steinbach gets the assist. And how about those Rams as they get on the board here? It's 6-1. Still keeps that 5-goal mercy rule in play. Courtwright spinning, drops it back over to Recupero. There's that left foot. Just didn't get her body over the ball. But I've seen her finish from that distance right there. Sophia's got a sister playing for Princeton and a son playing overseas that has played for both the Germany and the U.S. youth national teams. And that's Recupero who got the first head to it. Now Recupero cleans it up. Along with Marui, Travers will play it back to Sam Bodensteiner, the senior from Illinois. Bodensteiner. Here, Karen Hall right there saying use your outside back. Talked about it at halftime. Get the ball outside back. And that beats the press. It's simple, he said. Recupero, good trap. Back to Travers. Now Roller. Bianca Dominguez from San Francisco, California, is going to get a chance to get into the game in goal. And to Kieran Hall's credit, he said he's got 3 really good goalkeepers. Last year's regular starter, Dysart. This year, Molly Vapensky earning that #1 spot. But he said all along that Dominguez is right there, and Dominguez will get a chance to come into goal, the redshirt junior. She played in 4 games in 2024 off the bench. She got 1 start last year and played in 2 games. Another good ball over to Recupero. As Yuna continues to make her mark, Recupero heads it down, cleared out by Rhode Island. It'll be a throw-in for Duke, and that'll give a chance for Bianca Dominguez, the redshirt junior from Hercules High School in San Fran, to come in.
Kira Salavanes. Entering for the Blue Devils, a new goalkeeper, number 26, Bianca
Dominguez participated in 3 U.S. Youth National Team identification camps from 2019 to 21. In the summer of 2022, played for the Bay Area Surf and received WPSL All-Pac North Conference accolades. Appeared in 4 matches as a sophomore. Did not see action in 23 as she was coming off an injury, but played for the San Francisco Glens in the W League. So Dominguez now in goal for Kieran Hall and the Duke Blue Devils. Bodensteiner. Now Roller. Listens to her coach, gets it to the outside back, Travers. Travers over to Recupero. Kind of unlucky bounce there for Travers, but she wins it back to Bodensteiner. Bodensteiner. Coughlin gives it up. Kim. Clanahan. Now back over to Goldthwaite. Now back to Travers. Recupero open. Recupero. Looking for a blue jersey. Almost found her. McClanahan will clean it up. Goldthwaite was thinking about stepping into one. Extra pass. McClanahan denied. Now Rhode Island. You got to admit the celebration that Rhode Island had scoring that goal against this powerhouse team Duke, who has just 1 shutout on the season, was pure joy. And you felt like they earned it. And I think Kieran Hall would say the same thing, probably knowing Kieran Hall, the ultimate competitor and so good about the details, won't be happy they gave up 1. But I think he'll admit that Rhode Island earned it. McClanahan. Bodensteiner. Courtwright got things started in minute 12. Then Minestrella in minute 20. Then Katie Shea Collins in minute 27. Then an own goal in the 46. And then back-to-back goals from Mia Minestrella as she chases down the all-time Duke scoring record. And then Emily Morgan gets one for the Rams, representing Rhode Island with class. It'll be knocked out of bounds. Corner kick coming for Duke. And we're in that window with the 5-goal lead. where supposedly, barring any major injuries, you'll just see the clock keep on running for subs. So Travers will take the corner. Travers looping around, almost an Olympic goal. I feel like that glanced off the crossbar. And I'll say the goalkeeper hit it, so it'll be a corner kick.
Taking the corner kick for the Blue Devils is number 23, Mia Minestrella.
So Una Marui over to Kim. Kim pops it all the way across. Side of the foot. And they're going to say goal kick and bring on a sub. Rhode Island will. It'll be Kayla Rice, the junior from Canada. So Kaya Rice. Meanwhile, coming on is Caden Coons-Perdicas, the senior from Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Caden Coons-Perdicas.
Now will come the captain roller. 77th minute. Mia Oliaro will also look to get back out there. She made her first appearance of the year and is a captain. Preseason. Hall of Famer SID Lindy Brown telling us that took a little knock to the knee, and if not for her incredible work in the weight room and taking care of her body, it would have been a longer recovery and could have been worse, but she's back and she brings 11 goals and 26 assists to the table. 13 and 24 at the assist number to go with 8 goals and then 12 more assists a year ago. As often it was Mia to Mia, as it was Oliaro to Minestrella. Here's Travers. Now Bodensteiner. Knocked out of bounds, 79th minute.
Entering the game for the Blue Devils, number 15, Mia Oliaro.
Here comes Mia Oliaro. Replace Una. (6-1) Duke. Minute 79. And this Rams team continues to scrap. Megan Jesse, the head coach. Megan Mackey in her 3rd season as an assistant. Aaron Murphy joined the staff this year. Wish all of them well. So it looks like right now, Travers, on first glance, is the only starter still out there. And that's what I'm talking about when I was reminding you that those Maryland teams, particularly because Randy Merkel's daughter plays for Rhode Island. This one dropped into space, a chance to score again, and Rhode Island deals with it. Beautiful drop from the Rams. They play it forward. All right, so Lexi Coughlin also. So 2 starters still in the game for Kieran Hall. Coughlin. and Travers. The two starting outside backs. This is a deep and talented team. No change coming for Rhode Island. Jill Rosenfeld, the senior from Morristown, New Jersey, and Morristown High School, will come on. And coming out of the game, number 6, Lauren McDonald. Emily Morgan, assisted by Morgan Steinbach in minute 69, puts Rhode Island on the board. It was 3-0 at the half. In 44 seconds, it was 4-0. In a minute 22, it was 5-0. And then about 11 minutes after that, it was 6-0. But Rhode Island did not give up, as Emily Morgan scoring on really a great sequence from the Rams. So it looks like Sam Courtwright is going to come back into this game late. Recupero. Back over to Travers. Oh, what a touch to keep that ball by McClanahan. Now finds Sophie Recupero. Recupero also has that great acceleration. Oh, what a ball from Recupero! It almost finished on the far side as she dropped it over. A really good ball. Trying to make out who took that shot as Travers will come out. Sam Courtwright is going to come in. Recupero put that one on a dime. Coming into the game now, Nika Jacobs, transfer from Iowa State. The shot was from Sofia Nunez, number 19. As a collision right at midfield here, 84th minute. 6-1. One bounce, and Dominguez gets a touch. Bianca Dominguez. Dysart had a little bit of the game in the first shutout of the season, the 4-0 win over FIU. All 4 of those goals, by the way, came in the first half. And they came back again today with 3 goals in the first half against Rhode Island. It's not like Duke started easy, though. They went out to California and beat USC 3-1 all over them, and then tied UCLA down a player as Travers got the red card. Then 4-0 over FIU, and now 6-1. They'll play Old Dominion on the 27th, and then VCU right here at home on the 30th. Recupero gets it back to Goldthwaite. Now Courtwright. Back to McClanahan. Now Recupero again. Recupero. Great ball inside. McClanahan back over to Goldthwaite. Goldthwaite cuts it back to Recupero. Recupero can first time this. That's what she does. Pops it high in the air. The service is good, but one bouncer right to Eden. Eden with 7 saves. We're in the 86th minute. Courtwright drops it back to Caden Coons-Perdikas. Oliaro. Oliaro trying to find Nunez. Now Oliaro. Oliaro cuts it back. Mia Oliaro. Oliaro's going to take a shot. Not on frame, but a good idea from number 15 as she works her way back into fitness. "29 shots for Duke, 4 for Rhode Island, 13 shots on frame, 2 for the Rams. 8 saves now for Eden. 8. 1 save for Molly Vipensky, who's been relieved by Bianca Dominguez. 10 corners for Duke, who continue to attack. Drop back to Nunez. Nunez this time gives save number 9 to Eden. Top of the 18. And Dominguez will get a chance to use her feet. She'll pop it to Recupero. What a touch there to Courtwright. Courtwright. Now Riley McClanahan. McClanahan trying to find her own space. Takes a shot. Looking to bend it in. It'll come back to Rhode Island. Another sub coming in as Lauren McDonald.
Number 6, Lauren McDonald.
Come into the game. And coming out will be number 20, the goal scorer, Emily Morgan. So minute 88. Knocked out of bounds by Duke. Gotta love the hustle here of the Rams. They're in that 5-goal lead zone where the clock will keep on running short of a major injury. Recupero heads it down. It's going to go out of bounds off the foot there. Name throwing for Courtwright. That's a good touch coming from Kaylee Kim. Now Recupero can get it back to Courtwright. Goes off the shin of Nunez in the final minute here.
Second half.
Little trap there by Caden Coons-Perdicas. "32 shots for the Duke Blue Devils. Right now, just have Courtwright and Coughlin as 2 starters out there. Up 5. Oliaro is going to take another shot, and a big-time save from Danny Eden. That's 10 saves for Eden. Duke will hustle over here. Riley McClanahan in the final seconds.
6, 5,
trying to serve one more corner in.
2,
And the number 2 team in the country, Duke, will improve to 3-0-1. Just that tie against UCLA. And Rhode Island will fall